Good morning, Wootton. I'm Eli.
And I'm Hank, and today is Friday, January 8th, 2021. And these are your weekly announcements, brought to you by the TV Internship Program and the SGA. And now for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The word of the week is Balter. Do you know what it means, Wootton? Did you know the first oranges weren't orange?
Students Against Destructive Decisions, or SAD, works to create a peer-to-peer environment where students can discuss the pressures and struggles we experience in high school in fun and interactive ways, such as Kahoots, Zoom yoga, and more. For more information, join the Facebook group Wootton SAD. Check out our Instagram at WoottonSADD and email us at woottonsadd@gmail.com. And now to a morning announcements procedure video.
Staff and students. The procedures for the morning announcements are as follows. Please email your morning announcement requests using your school email to Jennifer Hicks, Lucy Monroy, and G. Heim, and make sure to do so simultaneously and by Wednesday at 11 a.m. Announcements are to be submitted by teachers or sponsors only. Please make sure you type morning announcement in the subject line of your email. Please include in the email start dates and end dates and the location and time of the event if applicable. These events must match the school calendar and must be a short description only. Please refrain from submitting pictures, diagrams, email addresses, website addresses, Zoom links, and telephone numbers. Videos are to be submitted by teachers or sponsors only to Kenny Jacobs in advance or by 11 a.m. on Wednesday. The morning announcements will be available to view on Friday morning. Club or class sponsors, please check the content of the request before you forward the announcement to us. All morning announcement requests must come through a teacher or staff email. Thank you for your time.
Attention current sophomores and juniors. There will be an NHS interest meeting on January 12th at 2:45. The Zoom information will be on the Wootton NHS website. From the Wootton homepage, click on Activities, then Honor Societies, then the National Honor Society link can be found at the top of the page. We hope to see you there. And now for a COVID care video.
Hello, Wootton students. My name is Josh Friedman, and I'm currently a junior. Remote learning definitely has its limitations, and in my opinion, one of the worst is that students can no longer see their teachers before, during, or after school in order to receive extra help. Additionally, it is hard to build relationships with your educators in a virtual environment. While we do have designated check-in times, it can sometimes be difficult competing for a teacher's help amongst other students in only 20 minutes. That is why I started COVID CareVids, an additional way students can get information from and about their teachers, as well as resources for additional help at any convenient time. I sincerely hope that this benefits the Wootton community. Hello, Wootton students. My name is Josh Friedman, and on today's COVID CareVid, I'm going to be interviewing Miss Bolden, principal of Wootton High School. Miss Bolden, how are you doing today?
Josh, I am doing quite well. And how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. So,
Excellent.
to start off, what hobbies have kept you busy over quarantine?
Oh my goodness, Josh. Well, one of my favorite hobbies is baking. So I have been cooking a bit and primarily, cakes and cookies, and that's probably not great. So I've also tried to counteract that with more walking. So I think I get a little physical activity, have a little something in the kitchen, which I love doing. And I think that those have been my primary hobbies over the course of this time.
That sounds nice. Now, is there any advice that you have for students who are feeling stressed or overwhelmed during the pandemic?
Yes, I think first and foremost, it's natural to feel stressed and overwhelmed during this time. There's just so much going on, and it's all very difficult and new to navigate. So, I think my best advice is to keep the lines of communication open and make sure that you're talking to someone and letting them know how you're feeling. Sometimes I think it's just important to say, I am just really feeling stressed today. And that a lot of times alleviates some of that stress. And I also think it's important to kind of track, is this a consistent feeling, or am I having a day or two that's not that great? But I would say being able to talk to someone, being able to take some deep breaths, being able to sometimes take the screen away and go for a walk, do something physical, is always important. I've also been trying to call people that I haven't spoken to in a while. It's nice to mix up that friend group and that family group and to just reach out. And I find that sometimes doing something for someone else and reaching out and seeing and talking to someone else also makes me feel a lot better. So that would be my advice. If you're feeling stressed and anxious, first of all, know that it's normal, but then try to reach out, try to connect in some way, to make sure that you're able to process how you're feeling in that moment.
So, what are some resources that students can take advantage of if they need a little bit of extra help navigating through virtual learning?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question. So, first and foremost, I would always suggest that students start with their teachers. They are a great resource and really utilize the virtual check ins. I'm talking to a lot of teachers, and they're saying, we want more students to come to the virtual check in. So, they are a great resource. I would also suggest we have National Honor Society tutors, we have Homework Help Club after school, and so there are some peer tutors available to students. And that's also a wonderful resource because sometimes you hear it different when it's coming from your peer group as opposed to coming from your teacher. But certainly take advantage of National Honor Society tutors, after a homework club with Mr. Steinbach, and especially take advantage of teachers and asking them if they need a little extra support.
And you mentioned going for walks or talking with people. Are there any other activities that you recommend students do during these difficult times?
I think it's important that you find something to do. And I think it's important that you find a project, something that interests you, something that takes you outside of the normal day, whatever that is for you to do. I also have decided that there's some projects around my home that absolutely must be done. And so that's kind of fun to be able to catch up on something that I haven't really had a lot of time to do before, but really identifying something that students that you enjoy doing, something that you have access to do, and this just being really consistent about doing it. So I don't think there's one thing in particular. It's just what do you enjoy doing, and making sure that you have some build in some time to do it.
That's some really great advice. And last but not least, is there any additional information you would like to share with students regarding virtual learning?
Yes, virtual learning it has a lot of rewards, and we're learning a lot about a virtual learning environment, even though we didn't expect we would need to. And there are some challenges with it. I would just say to continue to be patient, continue to have grace, continue to just know that sometimes the Wi-Fi is going to crash. Sometimes you're trying to upload an assignment and it's not going to work the way you want it to. Sometimes things go wrong, and sometimes it's really hard to spend 4 hours plus on the screen all day. So know that we all are feeling it, and we all are adjusting the virtual learning. You're not alone, and it's really important that if you're struggling with it, that you let your teacher know, you let your counselor know, let your friends know, your parents know, so that we can help you with it. But I think it's just really important to know that we're all learning. We're all trying to understand how to make it better. And in that, it's just important that we don't get too hard on ourselves or each other when things don't go exactly according to plan.
Well, thank you very much for your time and for being a part of COVID CareVids.
Thank you, Josh. It's been my pleasure.
Need some help with homework? Would you like a tutor? Homework Club will meet after school from 2:45 to 3:45, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoons, or by appointment. For the Zoom link, go to Activities on the Wootton webpage, click on the 2020-2021 SGA full list of clubs, and find the club Zoom link under Homework Club. Please contact Mr. Steinbach to arrange for a specific tutor or if you have questions.
The word of the week is balter, meaning to dance artlessly, without particular grace or skill, but usually with enjoyment.
And the quote of the week is, "Creativity is intelligence having fun." Albert Einstein.
The 2020-2021 SGA theme this year is Unity Through Adversity.
Please remember to walk wise and drive wise. Have a wondrous weekend, Wootton!